as much of the world continues on in isolation, people working from home, they're trying to figure out things to do with their family, things to figure out how to pass the time. Lindsay and Kels, a lot of teachers have been going online and coaches trying to help out their students and their athletes. This one teacher in particular, music teacher, I thought was phenomenal. Not only did she pick up an instrument and decide to help out her student and spread some joy, but she wrote a song, and as inspiration, she was going to share what she's been going through and how it makes her feel while she is in isolation. Have a look.
So as some of you guys might know, I'm a music teacher, and I found that one of the best ways that I can process the whole transition to online learning and teaching is to write a song. So I wrote a song. I'd like to share that with you guys now. Here we go.
No, but dude, you have to see her. She all serious. She even doing all the right chords on the little guitar. And then she just screams.
That's fucking hilarious, bro.
Oh my god, that is hilarious. Oh my god, that is hilarious.
Oh, it is. Fucking just playing, and you hear the fucking thing in the background. Ding, 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 ding. Ah! Song for the quarantine.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That is just freaking hilarious, man.
Let's see, here's that about the blue screen. Alright, no, I'm even watching. Well, let's get some more peeps in the party. I already did, ran it through it and everything else, but I will be back, bro. I sent some invites to Mo Strike. Maybe they'll join. I'll be back. I've got to go take care of the kids. Be right back.
Okay. Good behind laugh right there, boy. You guys back yet? Oh, let me see if I can get into this thing. I don't think it's up and running yet. Hey, Mo. How are you? I'm fine. Grim said he'll be back in a little bit. He had to go take care of the kids. Did you see the patch notes yet? Yeah, they got some nuclear winter challenges. They got fixed a bunch of issues. Patch notes are long. They're taking away the legendary effect off the radical mask. That just sucks. I actually like the legendary effect on my radical mask. We'll see. I had an unyielding, a bowstring, and a chameleon. So I could actually be in my full unyielding suit and put on a mask and simply disappear. So I love that effect.
Oh, servers are down for maintenance.
Yeah, they've been down since 10.
Ain't that a bitch? They
The patch
probably
notes are on Bethesda.net.
I know that shit. I thought they would have gotten done. They probably fucked up or realized something.
Well,
Watch
it's
that
normally
I'm just
3
back online.
hours.
And
It's normally about 3 hours. It hasn't been 3 hours yet.
you should
It
do
will
it to
be
the
3
other
hours and 8
PlayStation.
minutes.
Don't you have two PlayStations you play this game on, Mo? Oh,
Mo, have you seen the Gauss shotgun yet?
Texas Ranger Boy.
This sucker is too overpowering. There's no way they're not going to nerf it. It's ridiculous.
So what's up with
Hold on.
Sunflower? Get
What's
him
up
out
with
of
what?
interrupt. What's up with Sunflower over there, Mr. Grimtastic?
Oh, he went to take care of the kids. He'll be back. He had to go do something for the kids. But the shotgun, it's to give you an idea, fully loaded with perk cards and not using drugs yesterday. I had it doing a little over 2,000.
How fast is the fire rate on the shotgun?
How what?
How fast is the fire rate on the shotgun?
I don't know.
It
But
kind
I've
of
got
does because
a
it's in between shots that you're gonna have when you go against a group.
well, I've got a bloody 25 faster fire rate.
Okay, that increases the fire rate, right? By 25%. What's the
Hey,
what's the
Dova,
fire rate without the perk cards?
1635 without my perk cards. Just my standard set is 1635. My two
Hmm.
shot is like 1177.
Damn, you just gotta have the right perks on. Just to
But
get
the
that
two
extra.
shot, Dova Hen, I'm on PlayStation. The two shot has a spread, man, that's just freaking ridiculous.
The double barrel.
Yeah, the two shot on the is just. I mean, the spread, man, is. I don't even know how to describe it.
Like a buckshot spread.
Yeah, it's just like a buckshot spread. Now you can take a Formula P and tighten down the spread, but I don't know. I would say the accuracy sucks, but the spread is so out cold you don't really need it. It doesn't really. Just,
And that's an up close and personal gun because you can't shoot it from a distance. Like, don't shotguns have such a range before the damage is ineffective? Ugh.
but it's I've one killed a queen Meyer. Yeah, I know. and then trying to make me some tea.
Some tea? What? I'm gonna bust out the crumpets? The crimpets? Crumpets? I said it right.
Crumpets. Yes, I will have tea and crumpets, depending on where I'm at, and if it's noon, I will have tea and crumpets. I'm not ashamed of my tea and crumpets.
No one is, dude. Shit, you go to Starbucks, you hear the shit that they want you to say. Like, come on, man. If you that, can I get an extra grande? Yeah, a grande. That's a large, right? Yeah, I'll get a large. And I don't even know. Fuck yeah! Like, what the fuck is that shit? I first time I ever bought coffee from there, dude. I was like, I was looking at the Batista. Like, what the fuck are you telling me? I'm like, can I get a medium coffee with cream? And she's like, so you wanna, fuck, what do they call it? Mac, fuck. They said these little fucking words. Americano. Oh fuck no. That's what I asked for, but yeah, but
Just put my damn coffee in a cup. Yeah, tall or
for
small.
real.
Yeah.
I just wanted to, I just wanted to say that. Could I just get the coffee in the cup, please? I don't want to.
Yeah, just give me the coffee in a cup. I'll be
Like
fine.
I said Americano, and she's over here screaming to the girls in the back like some damn gerbil words, like they're speaking their own language. And then she pops out a cup of coffee, and I'm like, what the fuck? Is this what I asked for? What the fuck? Did she put the cream in there? I didn't. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm not a. Yeah,
So
fucking
between
Seattle.
I have the Gauss shotgun, the Gauss minigun, and the Gauss pistol.
Gosh, that's a shit
And
ton of them.
between those three, to me, nothing beats the Gauss shotgun.
Dude, how do you
You
get
know
those
what I
guns?
didn't see in the hot fix? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
that's what I was gonna go
reputation's
to.
maxed out on both of them.
Damn. And that's the Salvadors and the Raiders, right?
Yeah, I've been grinding them. Was doing a lot
Nice.
of random encounters.
Well, I bet that's how you get that crap, I bet. Last night, right before the servers cut off, I was, fuck, I don't even know where I was. I was killing a shit ton of legendaries. But long story short, dude, I got a fucking unyielding, wood armor. A 3-star. I was like, what the fuck am I getting these unyielding for? I got, a chest plate, with a scavenger just the day before. Huh? Just, ooh, that, I could sell it for like 20,000 cats or something.
Which set?
Unyielding. There's some people. There's also there's some people that like to play with melee weapons or
See,
up close and personal.
I have a full unyielding set that I just put in storage. It's unyielding with the chest piece is powered sentinel, and the rest of it is sentinel with either one agility or something. And I just put that in storage because I just got a full unyielding sentinel secret service set with the jetpack. Only thing that upsets me with this game is the grind for the gold. The grind
Don't
for
you
the
get that?
reputation is hard enough, but the grind for the gold?
Don't you get that for doing the daily events
No,
and
that's the treasury notes.
that's crazy. Okay.
I still have over 200 treasury notes, but I can still only get 200 gold a day. Really? Nope.
We won't
No, you
know.
can't.
Well, you never know. The update. There was no
Nope.
announce of such a thing as that was going to go down, but hey, you never know. You never thought that they were going to bring the Raider faction or trader factions to the game.
Yeah, treasury notes can't be traded or so. Nope. And they caught a guy duping them, and they banned him. Like treasury notes. Like, are you kidding me? That's the if there was anything that's a red flag with duping, it would be treasury notes. And they also banned the guys that were using that glitch to buy all the gold bullion stuff for 1 coin. Yeah.
There's like so many glitches. I'm pretty sure in this game that people have not, you know. As
Well,
long as you
hold on
don't
for a
talk
second,
about
guys.
it, as long as you don't talk about the glitch, you're okay. But there's gonna be somebody that's gonna tell somebody and it's gonna post it on YouTube, and that's when shit goes downhill. It's rare though. Yeah, but then, you know, for you out of 100 or you know, thousands, 100,000 people that are playing this game, I don't say 100,000, like 50,000 people that are playing this game. You know, not a lot of people play or no Fallout, but for all those people that are playing the game, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Fuck. Give me a second.
Alright, I'm back. Oh,
What's up,
welcome.
Sunflower?
What up, Mole? Welcome to the Wastelanders Raiders server-side chat.
You sound like somebody from Costco. Can I get a clean up on aisle 3, please? Clean up on aisle 3.
I'm sorry, it's because I'm streaming.
Streaming what? You're in the game?
No, I'm streaming the maintenance while I'm sitting in the lobby because we went over the whole everything that they're doing right now. Like we just went over it like what? But yeah, the patch notes was probably about an hour and a half ago.
It's gonna be a long video.
It's a long fucking patch notes, bro.
Yeah.
Bobby can't hear. I don't know who you can't hear, Bobby. It's probably someone. Gotcha.
The government. No, I'm joking.
Oh yeah, by the way, for those that
What's up?
care, you can now put outfits on your ally at your base. I'm making my space chick look like a cowgirl. She's gonna be a space cowgirl.
Alright, I fixed the voice thing.
Alright, there we go. Did you hear it now, Bobby?
Completely forgot about that.
Oh yeah, yesterday I went and got my hair cut down to my shoulders. Oh, I should say up to my shoulders. No, I'm not walking with hair down.
For a second, when you said you got a haircut, I'm like, damn, you finally shaved off that fucking... that biker look? But then you said you got it down to your shoulders. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, you were hoping, dude, if I shave my face, dude, I get carded. No, I'm good.
Man, if you shaved your face, you're gonna look like Eminem, no doubt. Like, all serious with a buzz cut. Damn it!
With a real Slim Shady police stand. I'm going to hell. I'm driving the bus, so which one of you fuckers are coming along?
Ooh, unless it's one of those what are those French buses? Double deck buses.
Oh, you want a double dicker?
Whoa, whoa!
I
You
know Mo
implying
would
something
ride
there,
that.
brother?
You
All
can't say
along
you
the German
would.
Express.
Especially after what was that? What was that? Fuck! What was that McDonald's thing? You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
After that statement, yeah, I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would ride that bus. There's no second guess about that. None whatsoever. Oh fuck. The shit we talk about on this chat is so fucking like R-rated. Like it should be like R infinity.
Man, it isn't even R-rated. It's not even rated. Like, come on,
Your
man.
mom
like,
was rated last night.
not even then. It's like RRXX double
Oh, your mom
XX
was rated triple X.
triple X. Whoa.
Well, yeah. She has 3 holes. Well, I could go 4 holes. You know. I
What, you
could go
lost count off your
more,
what
but
or
shut
what?
up, Meg.
You're forgetting about the nose, bro.
That's why I said shut up, Meg. Because I was like, ear, nose, like, nah, shut up, Meg. Shut up.
Shut up, buddy.
Yeah, so basically what's going down now is they're adding in, there's going to be new events. There's going to be one that involves gold miners and buckets with 3 different types of buckets. Think of it the same concept as the Christmas thing when you could go and buy the wraps, the present wraps. Well, you'll be able to buy buckets, and you'll be able to make either a low, medium, or high treasure bucket. Well, basically, there'll be legendary mole miners that you'll be running around. I think it was in the ash heap that you'll have to kill, and depending on what they are, will depending on what type of item you'll get. Plus, Frashnat's coming back. Meat Week's coming back also. Legendary perk cards are not yet been talked about, but they're going to be coming up. You'd have to ask Foot because he looked up all the patch notes and everything. I would, but I'm using my phone to basically watch the stream chat.
Well, I just realized all of this time I've been talking, I was on mute.
Congratulations, Foot.
There's only one of you, buddy.
Good job. You just did them all.
Here's your sign.
So what was all the stuff that was coming besides what I've already named?
Look up the patch notes. I'm not going to go through all of it, but that took me an hour to read. But they had so you're going to be able to dress your companion.
Do they have a picture version for Dope?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
hey, wait. Are they pop-up? Are they pop-up pictures?
Are they pop-up?
With flashcards.
Do they come with
flashcards?
Do they come with cassette tape so I can play it while I watch it?
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm sure we can find one for you. Don't you
But
worry.
they got that. They have new companions coming. There's a colossal in-game event coming. There's a so on the 21st, we have an event starting today in Nuclear Winter where you'll be able to do special challenges as Nuclear Winter. Then on Friday, which is the 25th, you'll start with the Mole Miners bucket. On the 21st, start with the Mole Miner buckets. That goes to the 25th, and on the 25th, the Fashionat starts. They have new drops in the Fashionat. And then coming up this summer, you got the legendary perk cards coming out. There's a Colossus event, which will be a in-game world event. They did fix the Colossus so he no longer gets stuck in ditches and gets stuck in
Fences?
Yeah, it gets stuck in fences, it gets stuck in ditches. So they fixed that part. In this note, they took out the radical mask. They did a bunch of bug fixes and a bunch of animation fixes. And now on the grill, instead of chopping meat on the grill, it actually show him flipping the meat like he's actually grilling.
Okay.
Which is one of the animation fixes.
I swear,
I can't
man.
remember what the
One
other
of those
stuff is.
fucking little side shit that they shouldn't have put in here is gonna screw everything up. Watch. It's gonna not screw everything, but it's gonna mess one thing, and then that one thing is gonna be like
Dude, understand
you can't
something.
make like
Here's
you're
the
gonna
one
be
thing we
able.
learned about Bethesda years ago. If they if for every one thing they fix, they break 100.
That's a good ass. Put that shit on a t-shirt, man. Put it on a plaque. Put it above my bed and shit. Dude, that's true.
Yep. For every one they fix, they break 100. That's like they took down the display cases. So guys found a duping glitch with the vending machines. So they fixed the display cases, took down the vending machines. Well, then there was a dupe with the display cases again. So they took the display cases back down. So it went back to the vending machine dupe. So they took both of them down because they can't figure out how to keep guys from duping both of them simultaneously.
There's just a bunch of people with a bunch of free time. Because I would figure that
Yeah,
shit
well,
out too, but
wrecks it for everybody else. So
yeah, you know,
yeah.
there's some people that play this game so much that there's nothing to it. Just I don't know.
Well, I think they're talking about all the new stuff, like they're going to start scaling events to players. What do you scale after 50? I mean, once you hit level 50, or once you hit level 100, the next closest event, there's only one thing that had a level 100 character in it, and that was the Arctos Farmer had a level 100 enemy. But other than that, besides the Scorched Beast, the Sheep Squatch, and the Colossus, nothing else even compares.
Man, where did I put those shots?
Everything else can just be killed immediately.
Yeah.
Especially with that darn shotgun.
Yeah, I like to stick with the energy weapon, man. I like shit.
It is an energy weapon. It's an energy weapon with explosive damage.
Explosive.
And here's the one thing that I don't think.
Like Taco Bell explosive, huh?
Well, it's like that gun that you have, your plasma thing.
Yeah, the legendary one.
Yeah.
So like I had 400 legendary modules.
Yeah.
So,
damn, bro, what do you?
Well, I've been stacking up on them and never used them.
I know that's good because when they actually drop more material for those things, you actually can craft them.
Well, yes, I had never used a module, so I had a little over 400 of them. So I crafted. It took me 300 legendary modules in order to get the weapons that I wanted.
Damn.
But what I don't think they picked up on yet is like every time I crafted a shotgun, it gave me the ammo for the shotgun. So when I got through crafting, by the time I got the 4 shotguns that I wanted, I have 15,000 2mm.
That's a lot of weight.
Yeah, because every time it crafts, it gives you the ammo. The same thing happened when I was crafting the. I ended up with 36,000 by the time I got through with the 2-shot Gauss. I mean the Gauss miniguns, because it was giving you 500 a clip.
Yeah.
Hmm. Any one of you guys have any stable Crimson Flex that I could trade for you guys?
Yeah, I do.
And I actually have some hardened mask.
Yeah.
And some glowing radiation flux I could trade with you guys for the cats, so you guys can make more if you guys need to. Because clearly, I've been farming, but I can't get the whole understanding of.
I can help you. I can help you.
I'm trying to turn my that legendary gun. I'm trying to turn it into an ultra set.
I would not.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you do what you want to do, but like I wouldn't do any of the weapons that you then need, because once you do that, then you need to use more flux for the ammo. So unless you're going to be...
I just need one bolt flux just to craft 3 plasma cores.
Do you now?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
3.
I'm just telling you, it's a pain in the ass to get that flux all the time because you have to keep dropping nukes in order to get the nuked flora that you need to continue to make ammo. So, I mean, you can always change it back, right? You can always, yeah, but I wouldn't bother. I'll give you the stuff to do it though.
See, the only reason I'd recommend doing it is if you intend on only using that gun specifically for the Scorch Queen. If you're not going to use it for anything else, then by all means, also strike the fucker out of it.
Yeah, but if it's going to be your main gun,
though, now that you said that, it's
what?
actually taking that 2-shot shotgun and priming it.
Yeah, like that's the only reason I could see that you would want to do that is specifically for the Scorch Queen. Other than that, there's no reason.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Because that's just a waste of fucking resource, and then not to mention, it's fucking time consuming just to get all the shit to make the ammo in the first place.
Exactly.
But you picked it all up off the floor.
He was next to me the other day when I was.
You can't just pick it up off the floor anywhere, Dope. That's the thing.
I know,
you gotta craft it.
Pick it up.
You gotta, and you gotta get
with the hardened mass and the radiation fluids. And,
you gotta make stable flux first. So you gotta take that raw flux, turn it into stable flux, and then take that stable flux and then turn it into ultrasight ammo.
And you gotta remember that there's a time limit on it because that flux will turn inert if you don't use it in time.
Yeah, that's why you get the salty perk for your food to prevent that from rotting away. Dude, it's still
it doesn't prevent it. It just slows it down.
Slows it down. And then if you have
the only way to prevent it is to put it on another
you need to stabilize
character.
it.
But if you have
that's true. That's true. You could just have a mule that you put it on and just leave it there.
No, because I found out you can come back after if you stay away from it for a long enough time. You come back and it'll automatically when you load in, it'll turn into fucking inert flux.
Automatically turns inert.
Yep.
Yeah, it goes. So we're still in server. It's still in maintenance. It's been a little over 3 hours now. We should be coming up soon.
You know what's funny?
Grim was next to me the other day when I was using that shotgun on the Queen.
Broken.
And the damage was ridiculous. There's no way they're not gonna nerf that gun.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know. I feel like they nerfed my gun, and that's insane.
Well, they needed to, because it was an insane gun in the first place.
Yeah, by the way, did you see what I named it?
Yeah, I see that I got a name. I see you named a gun after me, bro. I'm privileged.
Hell yeah, bro! You're the only fool that complained and I killed you with it. The other people just get mad that I'm there.
Well, yeah, motherfucker, you're shooting me with a legacy weapon. Of course, I'm gonna get salty. When you get salty if you're getting shot with a fucking legacy weapon?
Fuck yeah.
No, Ghosty, because I don't keep a lot of melee stuff. All my bloodied stuff is guns.
Mm-hmm.
I don't keep any melee.
I run melee.
Only thing I do have is a bloodied sledgehammer.
Ooh.
I have a.
Bloody. They call it the black hammer, huh?
Yeah, it's.
That's what it's called.
That's the only one I keep.
It's dope that you can rename these weapons. That's like straight from Fallout 4.
What up, Devil? Death Moon. Welcome to the chat. We're just over here chit-chatting about stuff, waiting for the game to be available.
I cannot wait till they come out with the loadout cards. That's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to just hit a button and change my load. Yeah. They're gonna make the your perk cards so you can set up in categories. So if you have a commando build, you can just hit commando, hit
heavy gunner.
crafting. I just want to be able to do something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way I could swap between fucking instead of having to go into my fucking perks, switch them out.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man,
you know what, Ghostly? That would probably be easy if it wasn't mutants.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, if they end up not doing any of the crap you just said, you should like fucking try to apply for working there, like submit.
Bro, you know how
Gatling gun. I never used a Gatling gun.
To get it into places like that, bro. Like you need to have
like,
years.
Dude, the people that, but dude, come on, they rely off of like these little like
Yeah.
intel.
Well, then
Don't
you talking
companies
about me
do?
joining like a community, being like a community like manager or some shit. That way I could like
Nah,
give
but dude, no,
feedback.
no, no, not like that. No, they actually hire. Don't they hire people to play a game to see if there's any bugs with the
Testers,
game? Yeah. Well, yeah.
game testers. You
I don't.
mean?
Yeah, gamer
Mm-hmm.
testers. I don't really think that's the title for it, but yeah,
Yeah.
That's the title of it. They're called game testers. They'll
But
game
aren't
basically
test,
take
testers
the
also influencers?
game influencers.
they influence the basically the raw copy of it, like the before it's released type shit. Like they run through it, like they check all the things. You know, basically, you know your interactables, your destinations, and shit like that. They'll see if there's any bugs or any really serious glitches at first, and then when you start putting in more people, that's when the real bugs start. That's what they need to start doing. Is they need to start doing massive ones that they do with the the private test servers. They need to do it
Mm-hmm.
more massively so there's more people doing it.
Yeah.
There's just like
They
so
bug
many.
test it.
But
Basically
I feel
what
like there's
Devil
like
said.
more gamers. I feel like there's like more gamers than the testers, you know. So they're like they can't, catch all the bugs.
No one can
I don't
ever
know.
catch all the bugs because look, when they're testing it, it's a controlled environment. All right?
Yeah.
Opposed
Mm-hmm.
to when it's released, that's in an uncontrolled environment. It's literally once you get a massive amount of people in a spot, the game will start doing unexpected things because you got a massive quantity amount of data and shit flowing in and out of something that you've only tested for what we'll say maybe 100 people in maybe one spot that's testing it. There may be more. I'm not 100% sure opposed to millions upon millions of people jumping on at one time fucking doing this. Of course, bugs are going to come out to the fucking Seamworks at that point because you're pushing the system to basically the max to where bugs
Mm-hmm.
do start to come out. They do start showing now.
Well, that's what happened when they first launched the game. They
Oh,
had
that's what the
because they
devil.
had only been because they had only had limited gameplay. When they launched it, three guys got together and launched a nuke at the same time on the Queen, and it
Yeah.
literally crashed the server.
Yep, that's how you found out that server crashes with 3 nukes.
Yeah, because they had never had anybody do that before because they had only had limited testing.
Mm-hmm.
But when you open this sucker up and let everybody start doing things,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people
Like
want different dumb things.
you'll find people who will find bugs you didn't even think that were even bugs in the first place. Why do you
well, that's
think
like
that?
there's
Go
a
ahead.
bug down in when you're doing riding shotgun where if you get killed, when you come back, there's a graphics glitch. Your gun is actually like a giant triangle in front of your face.
I've gotten it where there was no gun in my hand, dude. My dude was just basically had his hands basically up in the air like he was holding an invisible gun while my dude was running facing forward.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, am I doing like some Silent Hill shit?
You're tripping on Jet, that's for sure.
No, I was tripping on
It's
something.
like we were in nuclear winter and my character was swimming around the map.
Or that time my dude was standing up with his arms up in the air like I was flying.
That happens a lot to your character.
My
Oh,
character
but
likes to
have y'all
fly.
seen? Wait, have
How
y'all
back when
seen
this
the
game-
glitch? The glitch with the Secret Service armor if you're in a nuke zone,
No, what?
No.
the bastard takes off. Like if you hit your jetpack and go to fly, you fly above the Queen, equal distance than you are from the ground. So you literally can fly so high that when you land, you kill yourself.
Ah, you gotta have
Because it
serendipity.
well, I actually put on goat legs.
Yeah.
And
Do you have bird bones?
Just yeah, bird bones. But dude, I have been hitting the Queen, and I have flown up and was shooting her in the face while she was standing there flapping her wings in the air.
He's like, what up, bitch? You thought you could get away from me? Plow. Right in the face. Right in the kisser.
Alright. And it'll be dope just to call in sick today, just to wait for this stupid thing to let us in.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't do that. You're an important employee.
I'm an important, fuck, what did they call it? An essential
Essential.
worker. Like making like the Dollar Tree workers like all happy and shit that they're an essential. Hey, you know what?
Well, actually, they are. We're finding out a lot of invisible people are actually. It's just like whoever thought that
That's
not having sports players and millionaires in the spotlight would make us realize that the grocery store clerk is an essential person, or that the guy
fuck
at
yeah.
the meat cutting factory is an essential worker. People that
Oh,
pick vegetables. We
mm-hmm.
never think about these people because we always have stuff that's just there. And all of a sudden we're finding out that the true essential workers are the people. That's like I forgot where this was. They're trying to convince the local population to come out and help them pick vegetables because the foreigners can't get in the country to come
Yeah.
pick.
That it should be, they should have something like, okay, here we have, I don't know what you guys have down there, but up in Canada here, it's like people are getting $2,000 a month just to like stay home from work. And some of those people were not making that much money when they were working. And it's like, why aren't they getting them to, like, here, you're able-bodied, you normally work. If you want to keep collecting this, you have to report here and go and, like, work on the farm or whatever, right? Like, I don't know why they don't do that. Like, they need the labor. They're getting paid anyway. Put them to work.
Yeah, you don't find out how essential people are until you can't turn on your lights. You don't think about the electric company until you go to hit that switch and the lights don't come on. Or you open the refrigerator and the sucker's empty, and when you go to the store is empty too.
Well,
Yeah.
you gotta remember, it also don't help that when something fucking massive like this happens, people fucking panic overboard and go mass buying a bunch of shit. Like, fuck, dude, I don't know if you guys been having this problem, but everywhere the past couple of months there has been no deep freezers because people have just been buying up fucking freezers and then buying up mass amounts of meat because meat is gone up exponentially than what it normally is.
Yeah,
Because people are buying massive amounts of freezers and stockpiling meat. Like, that's not all on the stores. That's on a lot of just stupid people. Fucking, just fucking mass paranoia. Like, there's no need.
Brother, over here where I live, somebody just last week or a couple weeks ago, they just reopened the meat rack. You know, where they butcher animals and get the meat to the distributors in my area. Long story short, one of the employees was sick, and he came back to work and fucked the entire fucking facility. Shut this down. And that guy is the reason why we don't have barely any meat in our grocery store. No, not our grocery stores, because our grocery stores get their meat differently. They get it, like Walmart gets it from their own distributors, not from
they have their own, they have their own.
It's funny you mention that, Joe.
But, like, it's a problem in a lot of, like, it's all over all those meat processing.
So think about it this way, because there's a completely different issue that's going on, because you have where Walmart and Kroger's and them have their own suppliers. We're now starting to throw away meat, throw away eggs, throw away potatoes, because the hotels and restaurants use a different type of supplier. They use a mass supplier where stuff doesn't necessarily need to be packaged. It's put in boxes. So when we get a case of potatoes, it's literally a 20-pound case of potatoes. Or you're not going to sell a 20-pound case of potatoes in Kroger's.
No, it's all packaged.
Right. So they're having to throw
it's different
all
distribution networks.
Yeah. So there's people that are starving, but they can't figure out how to get the food from these mass places that are throwing food away. They have farmers that are literally killing chickens and disposing of the bodies, which is going to create a different issue, because although we did lower the carbon emissions for the last 2 months, we're getting ready to increase the methane emissions from killing all the animals because they can't hold on to the livestock.
Yeah. Well, at least the methane doesn't last so long in the environment, right? Like, that's much shorter lifespan than the carbon dioxide.
Can milk destroy the environment? Because, like, there's farmers
they have to dump it, and when it breaks down, it produces methane.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of milk just being dumped every day because, you know, the milk.
Yeah, they're begging.
The animals need to get fucking milked.
Well, here's the funny thing.
But you have entire communities that are starving to death. And we can't figure out how to get the food from those places into those communities because we won't
Exactly.
use the best freaking people that know how to do transport, the National Guard, or any type of the military service that can move all of this shit to people that are starving.
Mm-hmm.
Rely on
Well,
people that won't.
there's also problems like packaging and stuff too, because there's legal requirements with the labeling for stuff. So
And see, therein lies the rub, because
Hey guys,
in the
guys.
restaurant that I work
Yeah.
in,
Hey, hold on, guys. I gotta go. I gotta go to work.
all right,
All right, man.
okay,
Take it
have a
easy.
good one.
catch you later.
Catch you later.
Be safe, cover up.
Well, see, back onto the stuff before it went up to where it went. With what's funny is there are some businesses out there that basically ignore this whole heat. Like my buddy Smoke, his job. He had a dude who kept calling in every other week saying he was sick or whatever, and they never asked for him to get a doctor's note until fucking Smoke was like, nah, he needs to get a doctor's note because I'm not risking my health and my family's health in case he ends up having it. See, there's businesses out there that are lacking on doing that, and that's what's causing this whole backlash of not people being able to do their jobs because they're either sick or they're being quarantined or the job's just like, just go.
Well,
go.
and there's a lot of people too, remember, that they won't call in sick because if they don't,
They can't afford
they
to.
can't afford to be sick, right? They don't have sick time at work, and they can't afford to.
Well,
And these are all the people that are essential workers too. Right?
Wasn't
For the
it
most
you?
part, a lot of those don't have.
that
What?
told me the story about your old man trying to call in sick, and I said if he didn't show up, that not to bother showing up. Or was it somebody else?
No, that'd be somebody else. He's
Well,
where he is now. It's there's no
he's the man.
problem with that.
Well-
he's got sick time. He's got lots of sick time built
Well,
up where he is.
basically, I don't remember who said it to me, but I do remember this. He basically was he was sick, and he was trying to call in, and they told him, it's like, no, if you don't come into work, don't bother showing up.
Yeah. See, and there's a lot of businesses that are like that. That's not uncommon at all. And there's a lot that are, already running on like minimal employees. So if you don't show up, you've screwed over your coworkers. So you show up because you know what you're doing to your, to everybody there when you don't show up.
Well,
yeah, but here's the flip side of it. Is it
That
worth-
was my work thing. Like I couldn't, you had to be. The only time I called in sick was when I had Norwalk. Other than that, I always went in. Didn't matter how sick I was.
Norwalk.
Where I'm at.
That's that stomach virus. Oof.
Well, okay, so speaking of that, where I'm at, the Norwalk virus. The Norwalk virus was spreading around and they couldn't figure out what was going on. And what they finally tracked it back to is that it was restaurant workers who couldn't afford to call off. They were going to work sick. And that's who was spreading the viruses.
Yeah, because
the restaurant workers couldn't afford to call off.
Yeah.
Sounds legit. Like, it's just crazy, like, how the work society really is when even in the masses face of a crisis, dude, that just, like, some businesses like, I don't give a fuck. Like, if you don't show up, like, go kick rocks. We'll find someone else.
Yeah. But I'm going to go risk my life to cut meat.
Right, like, no, I'm sorry. That's
yeah.
Like, no, you can go kick rocks, business.
But they have, some people, right? It's like if they don't show up for work, then they're going to end up out on the street, right? If they can't pay their rent, then they don't have a place to live, right? Like,
well, yeah, it's a catch-22.
Yeah, it is a catch-22 because if you don't show up for work and you lose your job, some states aren't even giving them unemployment.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to force people to go back to work. But like in Iowa, with the meatpacking plants in Iowa, they're finding out now because the company decided, okay, we don't want to release the numbers. They're finding out now that of the 2,000 workers, over 1,200 of them had COVID.
Yeah, it's really bad.
They weren't staying there. They were spreading out throughout the community.
Bro, you want to hear how bad it is? That fucker, what you're just talking about is literally not even fucking like a half a mile from me.
Mm.
Not even a half a mile from me,
Are you
bro.
kidding me, Grim?
No, I live in Iowa. It's
Wow.
literally not even a half a mile away from me. Why do you think my ass has been staying inside?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I ain't playing with this shit. Like, no, like, I've got 2 people in my household and kids. And not to mention that my mother-in-law's got diabetes, so she's got health issues with her immune system on top of it. And then my old lady, she's got diabetes, and yeah, that shit right there, that's basically signing a death wish for
Right.
them. That's basically put them into a fight of their life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I'm not doing that. Go kick rocks. Like, and even in a job society, like, if I was still working out there, like, no, fuck you. You can kick rocks. I am not gonna chance killing 2 people in my life because a job wants me to go in when that shit's running rampant and people are not taking care of what they should be doing. Like, nah, I'm good. Like,
Dude, in February.
Hey, you know what? You know what really blows, right? You want to talk about like risk factors and shit. Okay, they're giving people who work in the grocery store extra money for going into work, but you know, my husband's in healthcare. He's not, and he's low paid as far as healthcare goes, and he's not getting anything extra,
right?
and he's going to end up bringing it home to all of us. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
What was
So,
crazy
like,
to me is here they won't pay the doctors and the nurses hazard pay. Are
Nope.
you
yeah,
kidding me?
that's what I'm talking about. Well, see,
Are you kidding
my
me?
husband's a care aide, so that means he's in the nursing home all day having patient contact. It's not like the doctor who goes and like talks to the patient. Like he's dealing with, you know, my husband's dealing with body fluids and cleaning that off of people all day, right? Like high risk, and yet they get nothing. And they actually over the last like they're when they have their contract talks, their raises are below the inflation level. So he's been losing, right? For like the past 20 years or something. It used to be a good paying job, but they lose ground every year, right? They don't keep up. And now they don't even have proper protective stuff for them and they won't pay them extra. It's terrible.
Well, see, one of the things over here that they're starting to deal with now is because they weren't paying any attention to the nursing homes. They're
Mm-hmm.
finally getting to the point because the national media started really ragging them about paying attention to the
Yeah.
nursing homes. Well,
It's
guess where else
bad
they're
in
not
there.
paying attention to? The prisons.
Yup.
Oh yeah.
And the
Yeah,
prisons are so bad
there's
right
a
now.
yeah.
Huh?
There's an outbreak at a prison I used to live near. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
And it doesn't state, first of all, it didn't the prison, it didn't come from outside the prison. It didn't come from inside the prison. It came from
No.
outside the prison.
So
Yeah.
the question is, a guard brought that fucking shit in, or someone who is visiting. There are only 2 options that you have in that scenario.
Yeah.
Pyro, what the heck are you talking about?
Don't know. What are you talking about, Willis?
Dude, this guy just posted in my chat. Nanva. Horny typically, what? Horny. I gotta block this person.
Oh, talking
Horny
nonsense.
Omegle.
Amigo.
Horny T-Pain cry? What? Hold on, y'all. Let me deal with this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get those weirdos.
Yeah, this one is a weirdo. I've never gotten a weirdo like this before.
Tagi go doku bye.
Someone needs phonics.
Right. Like, damn. Maybe we should get them in the same class. This is dope.
Probably.
Although we haven't been very lucky on getting dope to go to fucking classes. Lazy ass.
No. It's definitely not got a passing grade in phonics.
No. That is definitely a sure thing on that. Very sure on that. Let's see here. Oh, come on, game. Let me play. Nope. Fuck you, motherfucker. If only, if
I just
only.
had to stop my broadcast. I don't know what the hell that was.
He's like done. Fuck that.
Yeah.
No, I just stopped it so I can reset it. See if I can get that guy out of there.
He's like, get the fuck out of here. Well, if he's still sitting there even after your shit canceled and you start back up, he'll go right back into watching it. A lot of people fucking exit out after this stream ends. Some people just sit around and wait and watch. I think you may have yourself a stalker. Dun dun dun. Oh, you missed it earlier.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Jack sent a message to Foot.
Yeah.
Saying, would you like to read that again?
I can't read it. I just had to memorize. He said, "Motherfucker, service side chat is my name. We are done."
Oh.
Really? Okay.
Like, if I remember correctly,
Damn.
it was a collaboration between me, Lost, and then added Jax, and then added you Foot in, and then basically it just kind of went from there. And then he decided he wanted to run off, kick all of us out, and take it for himself. So, like, nah, bro, I'm sorry, but that was a collaboration that you were brought in on. And now he thinks he's all high and mighty in his little stream thing. Like, bro, like, go kick rocks, dude. Like,
Dude,
yeah.
That's why he got kicked off of YouTube or something for going off on somebody. I tried to play like the last week, 2 weeks ago when they did it. I was looking at his chat, he invited me, so I went and talked to him, dude. And the guy is just a dick, man. I mean, he's just a flat out dick. And I decided then I'm through with it. I mean,
I tried to warn you, bro.
It did not make any sense.
Dude,
Just the way he talked to people and the stuff he was saying, it just
Bro.
didn't make any damn sense.
Bro, when he started before he started streaming, he was nowhere like this, bro. Like, nowhere. But when he started, dude, he got on this fucking pedestal, this high horse that he thought that he was all king dingling in a bag of fucking Frito-Lays and all that. And I was like, dude, calm the fuck down. Then he came at me sideways. I was like, all right, bro, dude, I'm done. Kick rocks, deuces, I'm out. You have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And even Lost was like, damn, because he even came out, he was going to tell me about how he came at Lost. And he never got around to telling me the story, so I'm hoping when he decides to join back, you should send him an invite. See if we can't get his ass lost. Acquiesce or Lost.
Yeah, man, after he sent that message, I just went in and unfriended him. I don't really bother with that. I don't have time for sensitive people. I was telling the guy earlier today about some people being sensitive in the group that I'm in. And I told him I don't have time for no fucking sensitive, especially sensitive men. Because when I turn this game on, there's not a single one of those people to help me buy toilet paper to wipe my ass. So what do I care about what they say in this game?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you need toilet paper, bro?
No, I got plenty of toilet paper and my ass is clean.
Well, that's good. I don't know about your character's ass because I'm pretty sure everyone's fucking characters looks like they got dirty ass underwear. That ain't been wiped for fucking years.
Oh, okay. So why don't they have that? Like, if they, you know what? That would be the one thing I would actually spend money to
clean underwear.
Do in this. Is no, just I don't care that it's looks nasty, but if it was just like not the tidy whities, like. Can we not have that in the Atom shop? Can we not buy different underpants for our characters? Like,
I want boxers, not briefs, damn it.
Like, we just have clean underwear in the game. I just want some clean underwear.
But give me boxers, not briefs. I demand.
Different colors, patterns, styles. Like, it doesn't matter. Just something
I want one
different.
with unicorns.
Right? Well, see, now that's funny because
Victoria's Secret in the game.
Oh my god, we were talking about this. I had the family in the car, and we were talking about. I was saying to my husband, that's the one thing, and he agreed that would be the one thing worth actually putting cash into the game for. Would be to have a different choice of underpants, right? And my Son's like, yeah, they should have one with like a unicorn on the front, and which like we all laughed, right? Because like that's
Yeah.
just so dumb. But exactly, they should. And I'm like, yeah, and they could have like a horn coming out of the front, right? And he was like totally on board with that. Like, damn, can you imagine?
If he only knew the inside
But
adult
he's like,
joke
then you could
behind
go and
that.
like stab people with your unicorn horn.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you could. Right in the mouth. Oh, you tripped and fell? Here, don't worry. Uni will help you up. In your ass. Yeah. I could totally, yep. Then to totally add in to what to kick for that underwear, add in a unicorn fucking mascot headpiece. Boom!
Ooh, yeah.
You're unicorned up. If you really want to be funny, add in like little fucking pixie wings or cupid wings. Boom.
Yeah. See, I think the clothing in this game is, for the most part, it's too serious. Like, they should have more stuff that's like just really
Comical.
dumb, fun stuff. Yeah.
Well, look at Dope's fucking that one outfit he wears. He looks like a giant hemorrhoid or a giant massive
The Grafton
pink.
monster thing. Yeah, yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
But you know what I mean, right? Like, most of it is not.
Mm-hmm.
It's, yeah. It's all very serious.
You know what I'd like for them to add in? If they were to add in an outfit, I'd like for them to add in like what the fuck was it called? It was an old like a Gumby outfit. Like the whole Gumby series outfit.
No, I want to
Like
run around in my black silk pajamas. That's what I want, some black silk pajamas.
Well, you're gonna get red silk pajamas and you like them. Because it's probably about as close as you're gonna get to that.
People already tease me for running around in a tuxedo, but I'm like, well, all the other suits are dirty. The dirty tan suit.
So the real question is, where's your little fucking MIB wand stick, bro? Are you wearing glasses too? Are you wearing dark shades?
Oh, that's like they put the mob outfit in.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, you know what mob outfit translates to? A guy running around in black character? Pimp.
Only thing he's missing is cane. Oh wait, you could get a cane and turn it into a weapon. Boom!
That's true.
Pimp walking with a cane. Walk up to a female character, beat her ass. Where my money, bitch? Walk up to your male one, like, motherfucker, where my shit at, bro?
This is a long maintenance. Normally it's only 3 hours. We're going on almost 4 hours now.
Right, like that. Well, fuck. Look how much shit you had to read out.
Yeah, your turn to read it if you want to read it again.
Mo, I dictate to you because I'm using my phone to watch the chat.
Let me see if I can find it.
Ask if I'm sure if you ask
Bethesda.net.
Sure if you ask really nicely.
Give me a minute.
With the sugar on top.
It's Mo. She doesn't have to ask nicely. There's not a nice bone on her body. Her last name is Strike.
I used to be nice a long time ago.
Salad with some.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Let me see.
What I did is went there and then I hit the not scroll down, but the menu button to hit 76 and it pops right up at the beginning of the page.
Okay. My phone's just being slow, so. It's loading.
Oh, damn. For those that are watching, those that just joined, we'll be going over the patch notes here in a second once Mo
I
finds
wonder what
it.
they're gonna do with the Colossus. The Colossus Aiden game. I wonder how you're gonna get there. Will you just be able to drop a nuke on it, or will it
I think
be
so.
an area that you go to and the Colossus is there?
No, I think you'll have to nuke it because how else do you get the Colossus to show? By nuking a spot.
Well, I will tell you one of the things I have discovered, and I think the only reason the Gauss shotgun works so well against the Queen is because it's so overpowered.
Mm-hmm.
But I took the Gauss minigun against the Colossus, and it wiped him down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was just, it laid him out. Remember how in Fallout 4, if you went up into Far Harbor, the guns that you got at Far Harbor worked well against the beasts in Far Harbor, but if you brought them back down to the wasteland or the settlement, they didn't work as well. And I
Except for
think
one
they've done
rifle.
the same thing with this.
We had this
What
conversation before. It was that lever action. That lever action
Oh, yeah, that
rifle
lever
rocked
action.
them. That lever action dude, it rocked everywhere. Like, didn't give no fucks. That shit was
Okay, I got
just...
the highlights here. The
Alright.
update stuff. Alright, so ally customization. Give your allies stylish new looks by sharing your wardrobe with them, using the new option to customize their outfits. Hunt for the treasure hunter. Mole miners have discovered treasure in the ash heap. Starting May 21st, hunt them down to claim their loot for yourself during a new limited time event. Fajnat Parade, however you say that. By popular demand, this seasonal event is returning for a full week starting May 25th, and there are plenty of new masks up for grabs. Item naming updates. We've made improvements to the way your weapons and armors are automatically named when you apply new mods and skins. Backpack updates. Changing your backpack's appearance is now as simple as applying a skin, and you can now apply them to small backpacks too. Nuclear Winter limited time challenges. Unlock new cosmetic rewards by completing limited time challenges in Nuclear Winter from May 19th to June 11th. Who cares about what size the patch is? Okay, do you want me to go in the detail about all this crap, or
That's what I read, all the details.
the whole thing? Okay.
I read the whole thing.
It's too bad we didn't have Dope here because we could have made him read this. That would have been pretty fun to listen to. Okay, customize your allies. Starting today, you can now share your wardrobe with your allies and swap their outfits. So swap their outfits to your heart's content with ally customization. When interacting with your ally in your camp, a new customize option will now appear that you can use to change the clothing. Hey, I wonder, can you just make them, like, take all the clothing off, make them in the same nasty underpants that you have to wear?
Oh, I just got rid of my brown dress.
I don't know.
Put on my ally.
Okay, that's
You can try.
First thing to check when we go in there. All right, outfits, headwear, costumes, armor. If you can wear it, then so can your ally. The only current exceptions are power armor and weapons. Anything you dress your ally in is purely cosmetic. They will not receive any buffs or bonuses from the apparel they wear. Additionally, when viewing another player's ally, its name will be adjusted to include the name of the camp owner. Okay. Please note that scrapping an ally station will revert that ally to their default outfit. Allies will also appear to be in their default outfit if they are in an instance with you. Aw, that's dumb.
Now the real question is, when you scrap them, do you lose the outfit or do you get the outfit back?
I would assume that would go back into your inventory, but
yeah, that's what I would assume.
yeah. And it seems like maybe this is another way for people to mess around to start duping with things, right? If you can put it on your ally, this is just like putting it in your stash box or putting it into the vendor, right?
I don't know. You can
Let's
only
see.
do one item. It's not stackable.
Maybe. I'm sure people find out a way. Hunt for the treasure hunter. Mole miners are searching for riches around Appalachia, and you can hunt them down to claim their loot for yourself in a new series of limited time Hunt for the Treasure Hunter events we're introducing with Update 19. Treasure Hunter Mole Miners. Use your keen tracking senses to hunt down Treasure Hunter Mole Miners to collect their Mole Miner pails, which contain all of the loot they've been hoarding. Treasure Hunter Mole Miners are legendary creatures, and you will hear them when they're nearby. Treasure Hunter Mole Miners can drop rewards from one of 3 different tiers: Dusty Mole Miner Pails, which is low, Mole Miner Pails, which is medium, and Ornate Mole Miner Pails, which is high. The higher quality the pail, the better chances for rare loot, including outfits, mounted headbands, a new backpack plan, and the Marine Armor Helmet plan. Pails can be traded and sold to other players, but cannot be sold to NPC vendors. Okay. Craft your own Mole Miner pails. While the Treasure Hunter event is live, vendors around Appalachia will sell empty Mole Miner pails in exchange for caps. Use empty pails, along with a few additional materials, to craft full Mole Miner pails of low, medium, or high quality. You can give or sell crafted pails to other players, or keep them for yourself. Head to the Ash Heap on May 21st. The first Hunt for Treasure Hunter event will take place May 21st to 25th in the Ash Heap region of Appalachia. Future Hunt for the Treasure Hunter events will each occur in a different region. Yeah, this is a lot of reading. We don't need to talk about the Fashionot Parade. Like, we've done that. We know there's nothing new there. It's just a return. Okay, let's look at design updates, automatic item name improvements. With this update, we've improved how the game automatically names your weapons and armors based on their legendary mods, legendary attributes, and atomic shot paints. Going forward, automatically generated names will appear in a much more consistent order, and they will reliably include an item's main attributes. Additionally, atomic shot paint and skin names no longer overwrite the item's primary legendary effect name. Okay, that's good, because that was stupid. Items should now generally follow this naming convention: primary legendary attribute name, plus atomic shot cosmetic name, plus mod name, plus weapon name. If you have, for example, a legendary Gatling gun with Black Knight paint and a prime receiver, its automatically generated name should now be Anti-Armor Black Knight Prime Gatling Gun. Keep in mind, you can still give your items custom names, which will override their automatically generated names. Please note, given the many combinations that are possible through all the different mods, legendary effects, atomic shot paints, and item types, there may be cases where new item names appear incorrect. For example, certain elements may appear out of order or might be missing from the name. It's visual issues. It should all function correctly. Backpack appearance updates. We've improved backpack customizations, so you can now apply different appearances to your backpack as skins. No more crafting required. Head to an armor workbench and use the modify menu to swap the appearance of your existing backpack with any skins you've unlocked through quests, events, or Atomic Shop. Skins can now be applied to small backpacks as well as for those who have... Let me try that again. Skins can now be applied to small backpacks as well for those who have not yet unlocked the normal backpack plan by completing the Order of the Tadpole quest. You can apply skins to your existing backpacks as well as any new ones you craft. Art and animation. Barbecue grills. Get hungry. When using Barbecue Grill, your character will now appear to flip and grill some tasty steaks. Grognak's Throne. We've added a new animation that will play when sitting in Grognak's Throne. What?
The way you got into that. Get hungry.
I don't feel monotone. That's boring, right? Like, some of this shit you have to be monotone for because it's just like, it's like reading a textbook in places, right? Ooh. Okay, moving on. Glad you enjoyed that. Liberty Prime Power Armor. If you're the strong silent type, you may be pleased to know we've added an alternate version to the Liberty Prime Power Armor helmet that will not play voice lines when you're wearing it. Players who own the Liberty Prime Power Armor can now craft the silent version of the helmet at a Power Armor station. Okay, why don't they have like a Zax's Power Armor thing where he's going to give you shit the whole time you're playing? Because I would get that.
Yeah.
That would be fun to run around listening to him, like, give you shit the whole time, or like an insult bot, but like actually have that as, you know, a voice effect on a piece of armor or something. Like that would be fun.
Hell, have it as something you can have at your camp.
Yeah, no, I think it would be like if you can have it on like as a helmet or something, and like you run around, and the whole time, your entire gameplay, you're like getting shit from this robot just telling you how much you suck. That would be fun. Okay, Nuclear Winter. Limited time survivors challenges. Unlock themed cosmetics. We've added 8 Nuclear Winter challenges that you can complete to earn new survivors themed cosmetic rewards starting today and lasting until 7 p.m. Eastern on June 11th.
Yep, and this one we'll be doing today.
One new challenge will appear. Well, I was hoping to do that now, right? And I got other stuff to do later. Damn it. One new challenge will appear in the character challenge menu each day until all 8 are available, and they will remain available until the end of the event. You can earn the first reward with 150 Overseer XP on the last
Overseer?
20 Overseer. Yeah, just seeing if you're paying attention. Oh my goodness, I don't think I've read this much in a while. And the last with 2,500 Overseer XP. All others will each require 2,000 Overseer XP. Overseer XP you earn will roll over from one challenge to the next, but they must be completed one at a time and in order.
You need more
As
emphasis
you complete each challenge.
You need to emphasize more into your.
Okay, I'll try. As you complete each challenge, you'll be able to claim new themed rewards, like new furniture for your camp, survivors denim, and ghillie suit outfits, as well as skins for Nuclear Winter's newest weapons, the bow, cattle prod, and Gauss shotgun. You can learn more about this event directly from Zax and preview the rewards by reading your latest Zax transmission article on Fallout.com. New weapons. The bow, cattle prod, and Gauss shotgun have been added and tuned for combat in Nuclear Winter matches. Find them in supply crates as you scavenge for gear.
You're enjoying this too much.
Bug fixes. Animations. Dying while playing an instrument no longer causes the instrument to become invisible after respawning. I didn't know that. Animations fixed an issue that could cause the Overseer to slide out of her chair before standing. Animations fixed a rare issue that could cause the player to fall through the world doing character creation. Lighting optimized the lighting inside the Overseer's house and the Wayward to address performance issues. Textures, the clandestine Gauss pistol skin now appears correct when applied to the drum magazine mod. Camp and workshops. Allies no longer sometimes attack the player's other camp objects and turrets. Build moving camp locations now correctly closes the build menu for teammates who had it open while in the original build area. Collectron Station. The communist Collectron will now find propaganda flyers less often while scavenging. Display cases. Assigning an item to a display case no longer sometimes prevents the player from crafting other items of that same type. Exploit. Addressed a duplication exploit related to camp objects. Exploit. Addressed a camp budget exploit. Lights. Bulb lights no longer consume more camp budget than intended. Lights. The klaxon wall light can no longer be turned on if it is not connected to a power source. Locks. Locked objects in players' camps now better indicate to players who do not own them that they will become wanted if they pick the lock. Trees can now be placed on a wider variety of terrain types. Turrets. Addressed an issue that could cause camp turrets to attack each other. Workbenches. Players can now correctly use workbenches immediately after an NPC has used them. Workbenches. Exiting a power armor station no longer sometimes causes the controls to temporarily lock up. Combat. Stealth. Receiving stealth from multiple sources at once, like the Escape Artist perk card, Stealth Boys, Chameleon Armor, etc., no longer causes enemies to instantly detect the player. VATS. Changing the body part selection in VATS while using charging weapons like a bow or Gauss weapon no longer causes the next shot to hit the previous selected body part. Enemies. Blood Eagles. No longer sometimes drop weapons that have nuclear winter mods as loot. Scorched. Fixed an issue causing more boss Scorched to spawn on top of Thunder Mountain Power Plant than intended. Wendigo Colossus. Fixed an issue that could cause the Wendigo Colossus to suddenly stop taking damage. Challenges. Daily. Lose Mine, Foundation, and Crater now have locations that are considered subterranean for challenges like level up in caves and mines. Exploit. Addressed an exploit that could allow players to complete certain tadpole and possum challenges repeatedly for rewards. Social. The Claim Different Workshops challenge no longer requires the Spruce Knob Workshop, and the number of workshops needed to complete the challenge has been reduced from 20 to 18.
I already completed that shit.
World. Complete different daily quests now correctly appears in the World category after completing the Complete an Event while in a Group challenge. Items. Armor. Secret Service chest armor can now be repaired beyond 100% using the perk cards like Fix It Good. Exploit.
Yay.
Addressed an ammo exploit for weapons that use fusion cores as ammo. Fusion cores. Fix several issues that could prevent weapons that use fusion cores as ammo, like the Gatling laser, from firing correctly. Gas masks. Raider Skull gas masks now correctly remove other headwear when equipped. Headwear. Fixed an issue that could prevent a character's body from rendering when wearing the communist militant hat. Headwear. The Free Radicals mask is no longer a legendary item, which is now consistent with all other headwear. Jetpacks. Fixed an issue allowing jetpack power armor mods. Hey.
You're reading it right.
Okay, yeah, it's just awkward how they've written that. Fixed an issue allowing jetpack armor mods can now only be applied to the torso. There's something wrong with their grammar there, but whatever. Outfits. Backpacks now correctly appear while wearing the Mountain Scout outfit.
Damn!
Aww, they're... I don't know why they don't have a thing there where you can choose to have your backpack, like...
Visible or not?
Invisible, yeah. Power armor. The Settler Vigilante paint no longer removes rad resistance from T51 power armor. Power armor. Removed references to Vault 94 when crafting Strangler Heart power armor. Power armor. Fixed an issue that could cause another player to appear to be idle inside their power armor while they were actively using a power armor station. Under Armor. Corrected the name of the plan to craft Secret Service Under Armor and remove Secret Service Under Armor to the Under Armor category in the Armor Workbench. Weapons. Gauss shotgun mods now correctly require the Science Master 1 perk in order to craft them. Weapons. Commander Dagware's final quest now correctly awards a level 50 VATS Unknown Alien Blaster to characters over level 50. Well, shit, you know...
I already have one over 50.
Yeah, mine was a level 20.
Yeah, mine was too. How do you pronounce her name? Dagwar?
I don't know. I
Dog
probably
nuts.
said it. Yeah.
It's a lot to read, ain't it?
It is a lot to read. Weapons,
like your...
Gatling guns, now correct. Sorry, what?
I was going to say, I like how your emphasis on the topic at hand has greatly induced my happy. It's not so boring now.
You don't know what you're trying to say.
No.
Carrying on.
Yeah.
Carrying on.
Weapons. Gatling guns now correctly display a fire rate of 20 in the Pip-Boy. NPCs. Allies.
Black, I don't know.
Speaking with... Oh,
go ahead. Black Force, I don't know. So far we've been sitting here for what? Probably 4.5 hours now?
Yeah.
And as far as I know, there hasn't been any. Well, probably champ. Go ahead.
All right. Allies. Speaking with Commander Dagware immediately after fast traveling during her quest line no longer sometimes prevents Emerson from visiting. Dialogue. Exiting and quickly re-entering dialogue with an NPC should no longer result in a notification stating this individual is busy. Frida Madani no longer sometimes walks away during a conversation with a player. Jide no longer clips into the stairs in front of the wayward. Purveyor Murmured fixed an issue that could prevent players from interacting with a purveyor in a first-person view. Random encounters. The settler that shoots at opossums during a random encounter no longer always spawns at level 1. Smiley. If a player has purchased all of Smiley's gold bullion for the week, he will no longer continue to ask if they're interested in buying more. Performance and stability. Server stability fixed a number of issues that could result in a server crash during normal gameplay. Server stability fixed a stability issue caused by large stacks of inventory items. Server stability addressed a server crash that could occur when updating players' quest targets. Server stability fixed a server crash that could occur while playing in a private world. Server stability fixed an issue that could cause a server crash in nuclear winter.
Next.
Client stability addressed in...
She was on such a roll with server stability.
Right, like just
Server
going.
stability.
Be right back.
Server stability. Server stability.
Client stability addressed an issue that could result in a client crash during normal gameplay. Client stability fixed a rare issue that could result in an infinite loading screen and a crash when loading into a world from the main menu. Client stability fixed a crash that could occur when opening a perk card pack. Client stability fixed a crash that could occur on Xbox One when building in a camp. Oh, quests and events. All that glitters fixed an issue that prevented the clear out the security forces objective from completing correctly. Ally quests. Quest markers no longer fail to appear after logging out and back while in the middle of an ally quest. Ally quests fixed an issue that could result in duplicate ally quest items remaining in the world without quest markers after the player logged off. Ally thicker than water fixed an issue that could prevent the player from receiving the thicker than water quest after completing an eagle flies free. Ally narrow escape. Beckett no longer appears in Roland's labor camp when the quest is not running. Ally thicker than water. Animations. Beckett now correctly faces the player when speaking to them during scenes with the Claw. Ally thicker than water fixed an issue that could allow a player to enter Watoga Civic Center through a locked door. Ally thicker than water addressed an instancing issue that could occur when progressing this quest while on a team. Ally, the universe conspires, fixed an issue that could prevent Emerson from visiting and block progression when attempting to turn the quest to Commander Daguerre. An ounce of prevention. Move the T-type fuse from Greg's mine supply to the Charleston train yards so it is easier to find. Back on the Beat addressed an issue that could prevent this public event from starting. Buried Treasure fixed an issue that could block progression after interacting with the intercom as the raiding party enters the security room. Exploit addressed a reputation exploit affecting a conversation with Meg. Exploit addressed an exploit that could allow players to complete the Vital Equipment daily quest multiple times per day. From Russia with Lev fixed multiple discrepancies between Lev's subtitles and dialogue. Fun and Games backing out of a conversation after asking Ra-Ra to enter the power armor room no longer causes her to become unresponsive. Fun and Games. Ra-Ra no longer becomes unresponsive after destroying the Protectrons she spawns. Fun and Games. The sentry bot in Grafton Steel Underground can no longer be damaged while it is still in the fabricator and will no longer exit the fabricator early. Fun and Games. Ra-Ra will no longer path to nearby Protectron corpses instead of entering the first vent. Fun and Games. The Follow Ra-Ra objective no longer persists after finding and collecting Bun Bun. Fun and Games. A terminal in Grafton Steel Underground that was previously unhackable can now be hacked correctly. Heart of the Enemy. The lockpicking skill requirement for door between the automated research program and the reactor has been reduced from 1 to 0 so that the quest is easier to complete for players who are missing lockpicking perk cards. Overseer Overseen. The Overseer will now exit combat and move toward the player when she is too far away. Project Paradise fixed an issue that could sometimes prevent Project Paradise from completing after killing the Alpha Predator. Random encounters fixed an issue that prevented players from receiving loot during a random encounter with a settler apprentice after selecting raider-themed dialogue options. Safe for work. Players are no longer required to pick the lock on the medical center crate to obtain Patrol Tape 04. Secrets revealed. Duchess no longer speaks her post-Vault 79 raid dialogue before the player has completed Secrets Revealed. Secrets revealed after progressing the Resolve the Situation with Johnny objective, the player's conversation with him will now end correctly. Did you want to say something?
No, I was talking to my wife.
Okay. Secrets revealed. The Vault 79 elevator code objective now reappears correctly when returning to the elevator. Secrets revealed fixed an issue that could cause team members to be moved outside to Appalachia when the team leader entered the elevator to the Gold Operations Center. Siding with Crater. Meg no longer forces the player into conversation if they back out before deciding whether to side with the Raiders. Strange Bedfellows. Acquiring the photo of Rosalind's memorial prematurely no longer blocks progression during Strange Bedfellows. Strange Bedfellows. Quest items obtained during Strange Bedfellows are now correctly removed after completing their quest. Strange Bedfellows added a new objective directing players to complete the prerequisite quest Signal Strength before progressing to Strange Bedfellows. Strength in numbers. Polly's head now correctly deals damage in bats and deals increased damage based on how many times it has been charged. The elusive crane. Mort no longer appears to be standing idle during a scene with Roper in the Wayward. The elusive crane fixed an issue that could cause the Find Crane's Treasure objective to persist in the Pip-Boy's quest description. The Old Weston Shuffle. The Dud Explosive Collar is now correctly removed from character models after completing the quest. The new arrivals. The quest tracker no longer displays two Talk to the Overseer objectives under certain conditions. Sound effects. The Stanley skin for Grognak's axe no longer plays its sound effects twice when equipped or when switching between first and third person view. Sound effects. Repeatedly entering and exiting a gold press machine no longer causes it to play multiple overlapping sound effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
User interface. Controls. Opening the Pip-Boy while attempting to fast travel during combat no longer sometimes causes the controls to become unresponsive. Crosshairs. Now correctly changed to an open square when passing over placed items that the player can interact with or pick up. Fanfare. Treasury notes no longer play legendary item fanfare when removing them from the stash. Login. The password field is now cleared correctly after entering an incorrect password while attempting to link a Bethesda.net account to Fallout 76. Menus. Fix several issues that could cause the favorites menu to suddenly appear while emotes menu was open. Notifications. Equipping headwear by holding the action button no longer generates an error message stating unable to equip item. Pip-Boy. The item stats cards no longer persist when switching to an empty tab in the Pip-Boy. Press and hold. Holding the action button to equip, learn, or consume an item in the world now works more consistently. It's like we didn't fix it. It's just more consistent. Quests. Daily quests the player is rejected in the Pip-Boy no longer automatically reappear after logging out and back in. Quests. Fixed an issue causing placeholder text to appear when viewing miscellaneous quests on the map. Quests. Reclamation Day no longer disappears from the completed section of the Pip-Boy's main quest tab. Sorting. The spoil sorting option now correctly organizes aid items by their remaining condition. Tag for search. The magnifying glass icon now appears correctly on junk items in the world that contain components the player has tagged for search. Trade. Players can now inspect items when trading with other players. Vending machines. Stacks of U.S. government supply requisition holotapes or technical data no longer sometimes disappear after being assigned to a vending machine. Workbenches. Radio vacuum tube preview images no longer extend beyond the edge of the screen in the Tinker's workbench. World. Cranberry Bog. The Wendigo Colossus no longer gets stuck in the trenches in Cranberry Bog. Forrest, the Wendigo Colossus, no longer gets stuck on the guardrails in the road near Slocum Joe's. Forrest fixed a terrain issue that could cause players to appear to float in front of Lacey and Azella outside Vault 76. Savage Divide, the basement door in the Mountainside Bed and Breakfast, no longer locks itself if the player leaves the area and returns. Settlements, Yaogai and Scorched, no longer spawn in NPC settlements, like the Crater, Foundation, or Big Bend Tunnel East. Toxic Valley removed a non-functional door hatch from the Clarksburg Pharmacy. NPCs corrected pathing issues for several NPCs that can be found in the world. Nuclear Winter bug fixes. Camp updated the lists of buildable and non-buildable atomic shop objects in Nuclear Winter. Camp removed a non-functional activator from the scrap box when it is built in Nuclear Winter. Localization restored missing characters on the Nuclear Winter map voting screen in the Japanese version of the game. Perk packs remove Nuclear Winter perk pack cards from adventure mode quests that were awarding them as currency. All right, that's it.
Yeah.
Nice. I thought
How long
long-winded.
Took me longer because Grim and it wouldn't stop talking.
Hey, conversation, bro. Conversation. That's the reason why.
Yeah. I mean, that is kind of good because that is like a lot of reading without taking breaks.
Yeah.
I like how the fact that you start off with the, and then you go and you get this, and then you want to go, and then you do this. You're really getting into it there for a second.
Well, you don't want to put everyone to sleep, right?
Oh, what? Sorry, I passed out. What were you saying?
The only time you want to go monotone and make it really boring and put people to sleep is when you're reading the kids a bedtime story.
Once upon a story, I went to a village, met myself an Eeyore, found out I was depressive.
And then they ask you questions completely unrelated to the book that you're reading, right? And you're like, I'm sitting here reading you a storybook, and you're busy thinking about other shit. Like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah, like why? Like, well, why can you not pay attention to what's being read? Come on, game.
Yeah, this is taking way too long.
I could probably take a nap and wake back up and still be going. Someone should close their app and try opening it again.
Using music from Game of Thrones. The cello.
Cellone, my brother.
Alright guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna reset this.
Okay.
Alright. Oh.
No, not you. I was talking
Wait,
to
it's got new, okay, it still says servers are undergoing maintenance, but it's got
a new placard.
A new thing in the top right corner. It's got Fallout 76 news with Red Rocket. You're good to go. Claim a free poster this week in the Atomic Shop. Please note, vending machines and display cases remain disabled while we investigate an issue.
So, alright, I'm gonna be restarting my stuff. I'll restart my stream. I'll be back momentarily.